Do plants feel pain? The short answer is maybe. We can't really ask them yet, but we do have a couple pieces of evidence to go off of. First off, we need to make it clear that the distinction between plants and animals is not as intense as one would expect. A 2010 study from the University of Missouri illustrates how plants are basically super slow animals. By speeding up footage of plants, they found that they behave in very similar ways. In the study, they break down the similarities in how plants and animals detect disturbances and evolve to interact with other life forms in their environment. They show that plants can actually detect footsteps around them, and they also discuss how plants and animals are similar molecularly, but I don't even really understand cells yet, so I can't talk much about that. A 2012 study from Pennsylvania State shows that plants can actually detect odors. Clearly the quarantine stench just isn't strong enough. But seriously, plants actually do detect odors. And if that's not enough proof that they're like animals, I don't know what is. Plants can use this ability to either grow towards a certain stench they like, grow away from a stench they like, set up whatever defenses they need to if there's a threatening smell. Many things that you might do. If you, say, smelled food, you might want to run down and go get it. If you smelled a fart, you might want to run down and go get it. And a 2014 study from a peer-reviewed journal, New Phytologist, shows that when a plant is damaged, it sends an electrical pulse throughout its body in a manner similar to humans. So, we know that plants can smell. They can detect footsteps. They have actually evolved in ways similar to animals, and when they're damaged, they have electrical pulses the same way we do. Now that's not enough evidence to really prove anything, but what if I told you that a 2019 study shows that plants, when put under situations of stress, including superficial damage, they emit airborne sounds. Basically, when damaged, plants scream. They send actual waves of sound into the air the same way animals do. They scream. They emit actual noise that travels through the air the same way a voice does. They're screaming out. Now, you may be wondering, well, what's the point in proving if plants can or cannot feel pain? It's a very relative subject. What is pain? How do they feel it? Do they have a consciousness to even process it? Well, we can get into all that. But I think it's much more fun to just say plants can feel pain and therefore vegetarians are awful people.